Okay, so I'm here with my client Cormac, who just completed 6 months in my mentorship and has absolutely smashed this. We're going to get his overall opinion on the experience of the mentorship. What would you say, Cormac, were your biggest business or personal challenges you had before working with myself?
So for me, it was definitely business related for sure. Have a business that's been doing about 10K a month consistently, sometimes consistently actually, to be honest with you. Yeah, definitely to fix that, the consistency part of it, push on, It's all well and good getting 10K a month, like that can stagnate. Life happens, you want to do better. So we needed to try and get up to 20K months. So what I liked about the experience is that it was totally personalized to my business. It wasn't like, okay, this is what I've done in my business, let's just transfer that over to you. It was like, right, this is where you're at. This is your bottlenecks. This is how we're going to get through them. So yeah, consistently now getting 20K months. I had better months as well, which is great to see as well. That was the biggest thing, consistency and driving on to a higher pay grade.
Sweet. So have you worked with any mentors before working with yourself, Cormac, and what would you say maybe made ours different?
Yeah, I touched on it earlier. It wasn't copy and paste at all, which I really liked. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes it was, okay, this is what we've tried with another coach and this has worked, but it was very tailored towards my business rather than, yes, I've been with a mentor before and it was a little bit copy and paste. This was literally I done with my business like 2 years ago, and then let's do it with yours. Let's just change around the branding and that's it. So that was probably the biggest thing. Plenty of touch points as well, lots of touch points, which is great to see, you know what I mean? So you have your call every 2 weeks, but in between, very fast feedback, just getting onto you straight away on WhatsApp. So yeah, probably the touch points was the biggest thing, and then also making it completely tailored.
With business these days, a lot of mentors who will just say, oh, this is what I've done, you do that. But again, business is unique, so you tailor it to the person. So, bro, sweeter, how would you say myself or Excel Mentorship has helped you overcome the bottlenecks you were having? Like, how do we solve it?
Yeah, so for me, I'm very focused towards corporate and high-level CEOs and so on and so forth. So it was about how to speak to these people more so than anything else. That was the biggest thing. So it's not just talking to Mary who cleans kitchens, and she's probably doing a great job and all power to her. But no, it was more about how to talk to these people on sales calls and how to connect with them. So yeah, like if I wanted to be going from 10K a month up to 20K a month, I needed to be targeting a certain type of person. But not only that, talk to this and connect with this type of person as well. So yeah, that was probably the biggest thing we did to overcome the bottleneck.
Yeah, that was one thing I noticed with you straight away. You had a lot of corporate clients who you were absolutely killing with, getting great results with. So I knew that was the best market for us to go after. Now on to the big question. What was your best revenue month with us, and how would you say that contributed to help you get?
Yeah, so my best month was 34,500 euro, which was, yeah, pretty good to get, to be honest with you. Dara helped an awful lot with regards. It was big corporate one, so it was, and to be able to do that, I needed the support. I wouldn't have been able to do it really without him. Getting everything together, like honestly, there was presentations that I needed, and he had them a couple of hours, and that's what really got it over the line. It wouldn't have otherwise. So that was the biggest thing, to be able to secure this contract. But as I said, it's not just about that month. It was about consistently getting 20K months, which I was before. So there was huge contributions on that, but on the big juicy month as well, yeah, there was plenty of support with that also.
The investment you made definitely paid off, but again, when any mentorship, and even with me, when I'm investing in someone, there's always a few concerns or hesitations. What ones did you say you had before starting with us?
Probably the previous experience with a mentor. That was probably one. But as you can see from the results, and the results speak for themselves, like it's paid itself back like probably 10-15x. I didn't really hesitate a whole lot because I knew the work ethic that Dara has. Like I've known him before I started mentoring with him, so I knew he would graft and I knew it would be a great service. So being honest, there's a small bit of a hesitation because I spent a fair bit of money on a mentorship before. Other than that, no, I knew Dara was the right person to go with, and yeah, it's paid off for sure.
Perfect, Ross. Obviously, we smashed it out the last few months, but what would you say now you see your future with in terms of your business the next few months after working with myself the last 6?
Yeah, for the business, the plan is to keep scaling. Like I'd say, all of you know the way it is always. It's always trying to keep scaling, but it's very hard when you don't have a good baseline of finances to be able to, once you get, there's a difference going from 0 to 10K, then going from 10 to 20, and then going from now 20 to 30. There's a big difference. Do you know what I mean? And to be able to, you need to be able to invest. So I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't have the consistent months that I've been getting with Dara. So now we're in a position where we can take a salesperson on, we can put more into marketing and so on and so forth, and potentially bringing in coaches. That just wouldn't have been a possibility otherwise. So yeah, the future looking bright.
So obviously, Cormac, as someone who's been through my mentorship now and seeing great results, what would you say to someone on the fence about working with someone like myself, or even another mentor who is big into their service, who will give a great service? What would you say to someone like that?
Okay, so yes, I've touched on these points earlier, but it's about the service, it's about the touch points that you're getting, it's about having it personalized towards you. and then the result speaks for itself. It's about how much I'm making now compared to when I started with them. Like, I'm making so much more. So the investment is actually very, very, very small in comparison to the service that you get, but also the potential earnings that you'll be making as well. So do it. Don't sit in the fence, because yeah, we only get one crack at this. And if you're going to stay stagnated, you're going to fall behind, you know, because everybody else is going to get ahead. So it's the way this game is. You have to keep moving forward. So yeah, I would say don't hesitate for a second. Take the leap and just go for it.
Scared money makes no money. Smash the with a man. Appreciate you, bro.